But this is the way I'll often start a presentation. I'll say, listen, before we get into this today, let me share some of my core values and how I like to do business with people, just to confirm that it connects with who you are and what you're looking for. One of them is I don't like sales. I don't like people who are aggressive, who are pushy, who have an agenda. I don't like that. So I don't like when people do that to me, so I won't do that to you. Number two, I don't waste people's time because I really value my own time. So I will be very respectful of the time and willingness you're giving me to listen to how I can help you and how we can work together today. Number three, I want the truth. You know, if at any point during this process, you don't feel comfortable that this is the right solution for you, let me know. Because I don't want to be strung along. I don't want you to be scared to tell me no. And I'd rather know the truth. And fourth, I recognize fears around making decisions around money. Because no one wants to, we work so hard for our money. No one wants to make a wrong decision. No one wants to look bad. No one wants to be that person. So these are things that I really take to heart when I form relationships with people. And so I start the whole interaction in basically a 1-minute monologue, like I just did, addressing 4 things that I think are some of the most common things that prospects are worried about in dealing with salespeople. And what's interesting is one of those 4 things that I get pushback on, not from a prospect, but from other salespeople and sales leaders, is the one where I want you to tell me the truth and I want you to tell me if you really don't think this is the right solution. And it's absurd, frankly, because people, in the same way, someone might say, well, I don't want to ask if they're looking at other solutions because maybe they won't think maybe they weren't thinking about looking at other solutions. I don't want to tell them they can say no because maybe they wouldn't think they could say no if I didn't bring it up. It's BS. People aren't stupid. And what I'm trying to impress upon you in this webinar today is you've got to make a decision. You've got to trust yourself. You've got to trust your product and service. And you've got to think higher of people. And for every one person that by telling them that you want the truth and you want them to feel comfortable saying no if it's not a fit, for every one person that allegedly informs that they can say no earlier in the process, it'll form a trust level with 10 other people. And isn't that what we're trying to do, is form a trust?